Oh, video. Yes, it's hot here. Took a shower. It's really pointless. It's hot. Anyway, I just saw a Thunderf00t video, and he's such a fucking douchebag. So, you know, he's talking about all his victories because all the people he was arguing with had character flaws, and therefore they were obviously wrong about the subject they argued because they had character flaws. I mean, it's like going all the way back to the whatever that guy, inmendham thing. Remember? Somehow atheism is right because inmendham is a hypocrite and a duplicitous, silly person. I mean, really. The argument from the messenger's an asshole is pretty fucking lame. But anyway, he just did a bunch of that shit. And then he mentioned Hannibal the Victor and that stupid perfidy guy. I was like, what the fuck? I'm more important than they are. He won't debate me about anything. And I'll bury him on his own subjects. Physics, science. I'll bury him on a pile of nonsense that he believes in. Gravitational lensing, for example. Yeah. Preferably, though, the bigger picture physics story. But yeah, I'd love to debate him. Because he's a douchebag. And he's wrong. And he's arrogant. And he's kind of ugly. And he's passive and defensive. And he talks kind of funny. Yeah. So, yeah, I want to debate him. You know. And I'll give him every advantage. I'll tie one of my arms behind my back. I'll tie my penis to a stick. Whatever. I'll sit and spin in my chair. Whatever it takes. But yeah, I'll debate you, Thunderf00t, on just about anything you believe in. Because you do it wrong. Even if you say something that's right, it's probably for the wrong reason. Because you're such a fucking douchebag. So anyway, so just to provoke something, you know, he's always so pretentious about this science shit, and he does this little, look at me, I can do some calculations, and I can tell you how many megatons of blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it's so irritating. So he does this stupid jackass bullshit where he had to show off his little fat junk a little bit, and do his little exercise bicycle thing with his little camera, right? Because all you people go for that kind of crap. I have a new infrared camera, and it's so special. Well, anyway, this douchebag sits there and starts talking about blood flow as analyzed by an infrared camera. And he's not even smart enough to know he's got it backwards. The tissues get hot. The blood gets cold. See, the blood is like the radiator in a car. The water doesn't get as hot as the engine block. The water's colder than the engine block and is taking heat away from the engine block. See? And so it's still colder than the hot parts. True. And so when his arms and hands got warm when he exercised, it was kind of logical because they weren't doing any work. See, now if he was doing some exercise where his arms were in motion, like turning a wheel or something, or a crank, well then his arms probably would have got dark and stayed dark. You see? Because the blood flow would have to be a lot of blood to go to the muscles so they can do the work. But the whole idea is when your body's exercising, the point is your body's saying, what parts of this are superfluous? Which parts don't need a lot of circulation of blood because they're not doing any work? Well, obviously when you're just holding handlebars, that's yeah, that would be a place. Your fingernails, yeah, that would be no circulation there because it's your fucking fingernails. They're not doing anything. And he found that surprising, right? Because he really doesn't understand what veins are. See, there's two kinds of things that go. The blood goes out through the arteries and it comes back home through the veins. And the veins can like regulate. The veins do all the regulating. They constrict and slow down the blood flow. Let's just say slow down. And so that's what that's how they regulate. So when he got warmer in places, the places that looked warmer were actually the places with less circulation. so the tissue heat was getting to the surface, and the blood that was warm from the body had time to radiate the heat to the surface, because basically it was shut off. So the heat was in the veins and it percolated to the surface and it radiates out. But it's not really doing it to cool you. It's doing it because your heart is pumping blood to the muscles that are doing the work, not the other way around. See? Not wasting oxygen on muscles that don't need it, number one, and also cooling the parts that are the hottest. Another smart thing to do. So more blood to the places that are the hottest, and the blood's colder than the hot places. Yeah, that's how it works. So anyway, so Thunderfoot's an imbecile. So he's doing some, look how smart a scientist I am, and he's stupid. He thinks there's more circulation in his fingernails for some fucking reason. No. Wrong. Okay. And I don't know anything about human anatomy. not even close. But yeah, even with a little tiny bit of knowledge, you can sort of deduce that it's not more circulation. That your body's not saying, hey, I'm doing exercise. Where should we pump blood? To your fingernails! Yeah, no. I don't think so. Anyway. I think that's enough. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to debate Thunderbutt on physics. The foundations of physics. Quantum mechanics and cosmological bullshit. Lensing, dark matter, gravitational waves. Yeah. Come on, bring it on. Anyway. Now, Melchek, I mean, I could send him a polite email saying, you know, Mr. Thunderfoot, I'd like to have a debate with you, and blah, blah. But I guess I'm too fucking lazy. Next time I'll try that. This time I'm trying this instead. Because apparently that's the only people he'll debate with are people who are totally obnoxious, right? I mean, Hannibal the Victor, he was a lunatic. Well, crazy, and yes, fat. Anyway, it's probably enough. So I just thought I'd throw it out there. So, put some kind of title. Thunderfoot, where art thou? Something like that. Pussy shit. Some title. And such. Good. Sorry, just cucumbers and tomatoes. That's all I've been eating. Anyway, so, till next time. Such.